Miami's world-renowned and one-of-a-kind Museum of Graffiti has landed right here in ATX.
That's right. We're here at South by Southwest 2023, where the museum has launched its first ever pop-up, which is celebrating 50 years of hip-hop, the often misunderstood art of graffiti, and how the two have influenced each other over the years.
Yeah, what do you say?
Let's
go check it out. Hey guys, I'm here with co-founder of the Museum of Graffiti, Allison Frieden. Thank you so much for having me out here today. This pop-up looks incredible.
Thank you so much for being here.
So what made you choose to do the very first pop-up of the very first Museum of Graffiti right here in Austin, Texas?
So we're telling such an important story about the visual creators behind the entire hip hop genre. And there's no better place to come and do that than a city that's known for culture, known for music, and it really lines up with one of the biggest cultural events in America.
Yeah, it really does. And you said it perfectly, the culture, the music. So walking around, we see photos of Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., but your museum is not just highlighting these artists, but the ones that captured the photos.
So when we think of hip hop, a lot of times we think about those performers like LL Cool J and the Busta Rhymes, the folks that we see performing on stage at the Grammys. But there's so much more to that. What we are celebrating here are the folks that are creating that visual identity of the entire genre. So when you come here, you're gonna learn about the photographers, the album cover artists, the logo designers, of course the graffiti writers. Graffiti is one of the pillars of hip hop.
What are the others?
So you have MCs, which is obviously the rapping, the break dancing, DJing, and graffiti. Our key purpose is education, and so we want everyone to come and learn. This is set up to be approachable for visitors of all ages, number one, and visitors of all levels of knowledge.
How long are you guys open here in Austin?
We will be here the entire month of March, so come check us out. Something really cool that we're doing is we do have graffiti classes at 11 a.m. every single day.
I love that so much. You will definitely be seeing my face at one of these classes.
I'll join you.
Okay, perfect. Well, Allison, thank you so much for having me out here today.
My pleasure.
All right, I can't really think of another word other than honored to be joined by Say Adams, a legend in the art world, in photography, in hip hop. I mean, you name it, you have done it. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for taking time.
Well, I'm happy to be here. It's really beautiful to see Austin embracing hip hop in this way. I've been coming here for a lot of years, but I never really think about my life in hip hop sort of connecting with the music and the culture of Austin, so thank you for having me.
Way back in the day, when you were doing graffiti art in the subway in New York, and when this was really kind of just starting, did you ever think that one day there would be a museum, a world-class facility dedicated to your art?
No, because we always thought the traditional establishment was going to support what we were doing, and what we realized was we had to take matters into our own hands the same way we learned how to turn what they call vandalism into capital A art. And so here we are, 50 years later.
That's right, exactly. You produce some of the most iconic album art and photography that there is in the hip hop world in particular. Can you tell me about your journey in that world? We're standing in front of some of it right here in this museum.
Well, it's so fitting that I did a painting titled 73 as an homage to 1973, which is, the first official year hip hop was born. And here we are 50 years later. And a lot of the folks that I worked with in hip hop, LL Cool J, Public Enemy, all these people are icons now. But it took us a literal lifetime to get here. And I'm so proud, but I also feel like I'm an ambassador for people that are no longer here, like my buddy Dave from De La Soul. And so for me, it's really just about keeping the legacy of the culture alive.
Where do you see the future of hip hop and this pillar of hip hop, graffiti? Where do you see it going?
Well, hopefully education, just reminding young people about the pioneers that are no longer alive, and just to keep the energy going, because in the end, that's the thing that everybody gravitates towards, is the energy of hip hop, whether it's art, whether it's music, dance, or what have you. The young people that are making music and art today are doing really clever things to keep it alive, and it's just, you know, never ending. And I feel so fortunate to be one of the original pioneers that started when I was a teenager. I mean, this is really beautiful what, you know, everybody did here at the Museum of Graffiti. And, you know, it's a team effort.
Yeah, well, this is a very special experience, and we, for one, here in Austin are honored to have the first ever pop-up from the Museum of Graffiti, and especially to celebrate 50 years of hip-hop, and to have you here is just really icing on the cake. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it, and thanks for all you've done. Appreciate it. Chelsea, how cool is this experience?
Hands down, incredible.
It is so neat. I love seeing the connection between the art of hip-hop and the art of graffiti, and how that relationship has manifested itself throughout the years in pop culture.
Yeah, right. And I really loved hearing the artist's perspective. It really makes you have a greater appreciation for this unique form of art.
Yeah, from a legend himself. And there is live music here and a great bar. So many things to see outside. Chelsea, let's continue our Museum of Graffiti experience.
Let's go.
Oh, hey, but by the way, if you take any pictures here, make sure that you tag me.